It is an online app owned by a Chinese company, free delivery from China, low prices, launched in 2022. I have Prachi here with me, and today we're going to discuss one of the most downloaded apps in 2023.
Yes, it's called Temu. You might have heard about it. It's owned by a Chinese e-commerce company called PDD Holdings. And today we are going to just talk about a little bit about what is Temu, what does it do.
Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Just Send It to Marketing, a podcast where we analyze a brand, a campaign, a company. We try to bring you recommendations and find out what the marketing strategies are.
So let's get started. Andre, I'm shopping for Christmas and I really don't know where to buy from. Everything is so expensive. Not just the flight ticket, but also the shopping has turned expensive now.
Yeah, it is. What if I tell you that you can find the same or similar product, but with a 70% price discount?
70%
That's
price
right.
discount?
Yep. Have you heard of Temu?
I have, but I was not aware that they do 70% discount.
They do, and it's free shipping sometimes. Yeah. So, Temu, Prachi, they do 70%, sometimes they do 50, 20, 100% free delivery. It's a new come to the e-commerce market.
Yeah.
They launched in 2022, and they price themselves on price, low price, and delivery from China, free delivery from China.
Okay, I have seen their adverts, Andre, but I was not aware that they do it at this cheap rate. Is it the one that does adverts saying shop like a billionaire?
That's right. I'm sure you saw that on YouTube.
Yes.
Every time you play a video.
I did.
That's
I
right.
did.
Yeah, and everyone else.
That's why I think it has gotten most downloads.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I know that they are owned by a Chinese e-commerce company called PDD Holdings. And I had read about it that they don't manufacture anything themselves. They do the third party selling and it's D2C. So there is no middleman.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
So, obviously, because it's a Chinese company, it comes with a history of data breach, safety measures. And in April this year, a cybersecurity expert pointed out that Temu could be potentially a threat for data users, user data. Sorry. And in June this year, there was another report made by an American company that Temu was collecting and sharing user data with the servers in China, even when the app was not being used. That also keeps that fight between China and America. So we can't really know for sure. Temu did respond. Temu came and said that they looked the data and safety very seriously, and they would improve the policy. The privacy policy, sorry.
Okay, so this is, I think, as consumers, we all need to be aware of the data privacy thing. And have you downloaded the app? What does it look like? Have you seen it or?
Yeah, I did. To prepare for this, obviously, I played around and keep the play word in mind. They do a lot of gamification on the app. So that's why they were able to get this big exposure and grow so much, so fast in such a short amount of time. So when you first open the app, they point out this play, so you can use a roulette or roll some dice. And then that's when you get your discount. So you get a voucher to use. And that prompts you as a user to take an action and buy on the spot. Because usually all the vouchers and discount codes, they come with an expiration, the time clock that expires. Your voucher is expired in an hour or two. So they prompt you to buy on the go. But the app itself is really, really friendly, user-friendly. It's easy to use. The product range is incredibly large. And I didn't finish a purchase. I had items on the basket, but the journey from downloading the app, subscribing or creating a profile, finding the item I was looking for, playing the games to get my voucher ready, and adding to the basket was pretty straightforward, pretty easy.
Okay, it was smooth because one thing that Temu didn't occur my mind when I was shopping, because I had read about the product quality. I read about the product quality, and also they have a lot of options. Like they give a consumer too much.
Yeah,
I think so. That also confuses them as a consumer. But at the same time, they have products from brands which are unknown.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you go and search about their brand, you don't see it.
Yeah.
The brand is not listed. So that's why I was a bit skeptical. I think that's why that was not my first choice maybe for shopping. But of course, if it's gamification, then I would like to just experience it once. Is it I think Farmland, their game is called Farmland, and they earn referrals and credit points and everything through that.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I think that's what it's called. Yeah.
I think when you said that the journey, so that reminded me of, the consumer decision-making process.
Mm-hmm.
The consumer is at a stage where they know what to buy and they don't know what to buy.
Yeah.
They're in between.
Yeah.
But the moment you throw a lot of options like Temu in front of them, the decision-making gets more difficult. So I think Temu has to kind of counter-attack that with a sense of exact segment targeting positioning. Mm-hmm. So maybe they can target the purchase history, they can target the psychographics and segment it accordingly. But I think it's confusing on where the consumer is exactly in the decision-making process.
Yeah.
Second is, I think here when you say that it's 70% cheaper, the theory of loss aversion, mm-hmm. where a consumer is at a point where I don't want to make any losses. I also don't want to make any gains. Mm-hmm. Like gains making is not as important to me as making losses. So I think price sensitivity comes there, takes place there, and that's the theory of loss aversion that is already happening.
That's right. Yeah.
Temu. And last but not the least, I think it's framing effect. When you, for example, in front of us, if Temu holds so much of products, a variety of products, we will make decision with what content is being in front of us.
Yeah.
If there's gamification, we will play the game. If there are so many options, we will still choose from it.
Yeah.
So I think they're trying to create that framing effect.
That's right. And I think with Temu, especially when it comes to price and the vast variety of product, because they have, if I'm not wrong, it's £10 minimum purchase order. Mm-hmm. And with so cheap products, it gets quite complicated sometimes to reach the minimum order price.
Got it.
Because you might find that you just need one or two items and those might not reach the minimum order.
Yeah.
Which is sometimes can be good, that pushes you to buy more.
Right.
But you're going to also pushes you to buy more of what you don't need. Mm. And that could backfire. That could be people putting items on the basket and never finishing the purchase.
That's a really...
So that could also backfire on Temu. So it's quite a tricky one.
True. Yeah, I think the more options, the other way around it goes.
Yeah.
I think in a consumer's mind.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. True. But so we have read about their emotional sentiments. We've read about the consumer theories. But Andre, like as a company, when you see their adverts a bit too much, I feel, on YouTube.
That's right.
Yeah. But do you think that they can do something better? Like, anything that you can recommend them and maybe they can try it?
Yeah, no, I think so. So as some recommendations for Temu, I would definitely invest heavily on PR.
Okay.
Public relation. Yeah. To counterattack or just come clean and show what is your positioning yourselves as on those issues with data,
right, and
user safety, because it's really important. People are much more aware now about that, about their data, what apps are sharing your data, what they're going to do with your data than consumers were 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So we see a big jump on that inside your consumer brain.
Right.
So definitely invest in PR to do a more clear approach to those reports or anything that could harm the company in that way. Also with PR, to counterattack again the perception of quality that you mentioned earlier. So again, working closely with their suppliers to make sure that they deliver what they promise.
Of course.
But also make sure that the PR is on top of that to portray a quality product message. And definitely invest in customer support, because Temu doesn't have.
I think so too.
And again, being the most downloaded app in America.
38.8 million downloads in 2023.
And that comes with problems.
Of course.
Unhappy consumers, unhappy or any problem with delivery, anyway, you have to have a customer support channel. So definitely recommend them to do those improvements.
People things, of course. Still, okay, I'm going to download it for gamification because that is a bit intriguing, and I think that will lead me to download that app. I think the facade of it is so intriguing that you end up downloading.
And I think all the companies should benefit more from that. They should explore more gamification.
Of course, considering it being the most source of, I think, the most popular source of entertainment nowadays.
And especially if you're targeting millennials,
of course,
where they grew up with a phone on their hands.
Exactly, and that too for shopping.
So exactly.
The most popular hobby. So, I think that's on my list to download it now.
So as we always do for the companies we bring to this podcast, let's do a quick SWOT on them.
Yes, please. That's fun.
So if we think about strengths, I would point it out that easy to use, gamification experience, vast range of products. Weaknesses, we can say that is definitely the concern on data safety and product quality.
Yes.
And also the lack of customer service.
True.
What would you say they are opportunities and threats?
Opportunities, I feel they can expand the market to Canada and Europe, maybe. They can still increase the demand in United States, for sure. And as we spoke about money, the price factor here, increase the demand for value for money. That can be an opportunity. With regards to threat, I feel economy, I think one of the primary factors. Then it's supply chain disruption, as we spoke of before elaborately.
For sure.
And third is potential regulatory changes they can work on. Maybe.
I agree. Especially the supply chain disruption.
Surely.
Because they don't manufacture any item. They rely...
Third party.
Yes. So it could be a problem.
Yes, it will. But for the go, download the app once and see. But please remember your data privacy and data safety features, as we spoke about, as an awareness. And
I think that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and see you next time.
See you.